All right, folks, Tennessee Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger, a Republican, getting some blowback because she called, talking about Representative Al Green, called him a boy. Roll it.
It's been a long time coming for me, and it's an honor.
The people you serve want to see you. They saw me at the inauguration because we kind of forced our way into the front. That's another story for another day. But then they saw me at the State of the Union, too, and I saved that seat from 9:30 that morning. And who am I sitting across from? Al Green, that gets the first member to ever get ejected. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I was on front of every magazine from here to Knoxville. But
attorneys will get in a courtroom and they'll fuss and fight with each other, but as soon as it's over, they go out to dinner, have coffee, whatever.
Yeah,
do
whatever.
people do that?
Well, Lord Jesus, they make money that way, Queen. They get up and rant and rave and tweet or X or whatever it is. And
hold their signs up during the State of the Union.
Now, that's not me. I wanted to go over there and grab a few of them, but Al Green was over here with his cane, and I'm like, gosh, dang it, boy, he does not need that cane. That cane is a prop. I swear it's not real. And I'm wondering, one of my colleagues said, screw the gold part off of that, see if there's a gun in there. I'm like, I don't know about that man. He's just Weird Al.
First of all, she claims all the attention she got. Literally, y'all, I don't even know who the hell she is. I ain't never heard of this woman. I have never heard of this Congresswoman. So, I don't know. You should be thanking Al Green, because the only reason we even mentioning your country ass is because of what she said. Here's Congressman Al Green at a news conference.
Except for today to communicate. And there's also a reference that was made to my cane. I'll talk about all three of these, and then each person here will have an opportunity to speak as well. We're all going to try to be as brief as possible. But this is a topic that many people are very passionate about, both of these topics, meaning the slur on the LGBTQ plus community, as well as a slur on black men. Boy, this is especially sensitive for me because as a child, I remember my father being stopped by a peace officer, and the officer referred to my father as boy, and my mother was girl. And it wasn't just that one time. It was the way society addressed people of color who were of African ancestry at the time. It wasn't said to indicate that you were youthful. It was said to demean, to degrade, to denigrate. It was said such that you would know your place in society. And it was something that you would immediately have said to you. I can remember the child of an Anglo male calling my father boy, the child. My mother was called girl in the presence of her friends on one occasion. Friends, it's not about Al Green. It's about whether black people in this society are going to allow slurs such as this to be normalized. We cannot allow the normalization of these kinds of slurs.
Lauren, your thoughts?
Tennessee, Roland. You ever notice how it's always Tennessee? I wonder why that is. You know the history, right? Tennessee. Here we go. And you're right. I'd never heard of this member of Congress, and I cover Congress. So I was very surprised to see it. I was like, is that woman a congresswoman? I'm glad Al Green is out saying something about this, and that there are people still in Congress who do bring up and don't just sit there and not say anything when these things happen, because increasingly what we find is that nobody says anything. We're talking like racism is not disqualifying. That's just a fact. Racism in politics is not a disqualifying factor, as we found out last November. So I'm glad that he's saying it. He should speak out and speak up, and more Democrats have to join him. We seem to be the only group that never gets joined when something like this happens. And then we're expected to join other groups when stuff happens, to them on their watch and this type of thing when it's something bigoted. So I'm glad he's speaking up. Al Green is a special character, and so good for him.
Yeah, it's always Tennessee, Rebecca. But how dumb? It kind ain't real. That kind ain't real. Girl, Rebecca gone. See, they gonna make me cuss on this Wednesday. Go ahead.
Diana knew what she was doing. My great-great-grandfather was Henry Carruthers was enslaved in Tennessee. She knows what that means when she said boy, and she said it so casually and kind of just said it like she was saying something so funny, and it was trying to be coy. It's like, come on. Here's the other thing about Congressman Al Green. We shop at the same grocery store. I've seen him with groceries and using his cane. It's a mobility aid because he needs it. I would say that this would be beneath Miss Diana, but considering we really don't know what she does, we really haven't even heard of her. I mean, this just might, okay, cool. She got her 15 seconds. Al Green is a better person than her.
It's a little hard to be, it's something beneath her, Joe, when she already at the bottom of the barrel.
Right, exactly. First, shout out to my family, Justin Robinson of the Houston Area Urban League. Saw him in the picture there. I have to text him. But yeah, what's bad? It's not like she said, "Oh boy." It's not like she was above board and above level, other than this slip up. To Rebecca's point, she's making a lot of personal slights. Oh, he doesn't need his cane, and he's the only one to get thrown out of a State of the Union session, and all of these other things that have nothing to do with her and her constituents, frankly. And so, that's what you're dealing with. And there's this problem with normalizing racism. And she did slide it in. She knew what she was doing when she said boy, because you know what? You or I can't be in certain rooms and slip up and say things like that. So she should be penalized for not saying that, for saying the wrong thing as well. But if you don't care, that's how you get down. See, that's what DEI is. Here's somebody, we didn't know nothing about her. She could have been in Congress for years. We don't know her from a hill of beans. We didn't know nothing about her until she had something to say about Al Green. Now, how impactful is she if you and I and we don't know anything about her? But maybe that's what the DEI is that they be talking about.
Diana Harshbarger ain't nothing but a hillbilly from Tennessee. Just a country ass bumpkin from Tennessee. It's as simple as that. And if you go to Memphis or Nashville, wouldn't nobody know who the hell she is.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.